Also, we have a suggestion. That's another line of thought I would have liked to express with you, my friends. Rook takes the bishop. Chando also suggests that thing. And when we take the bishop, definitely we deflect the rook. That's how they call it in chess. The rook will have to leave the c3 and take the rook back. Now, if we push this guy forwards, black probably has two ways to try and stop it. Either coming back on c3, to which I reckon knight blocks on c5. Either take with the rook we capture, or they take with the pawn and we do nothing. We're just moving forwards because we want to promote. The question, Chando, for you and for Nandini and anyone else who might be live at the minute now, after rook takes bishop and black rook captures on a3, and we're moving forwards, and rook plays a8, Chando, we need to do a little bit of rearranging of the knight, that is. So perhaps you reckon knight from b7 might play on d6, which will eventually result in guarding the c8 promoting square. So they will have to actually give us the rook if they want to stop the pawn from queening. Am I correct? That's one line, Chando, and we've covered it. This is one line. Tell me about the second line. Rook takes, pawn advances, rook a8. Yes. And what about rook on a8, stopping your pawn from reaching the end? Do you agree on knight d6, guarding the c8? Because that looks to me that might be another alternative for black. I mean, it's clear now. Yes, yes, totally. Knight d6, whatever they play, I think rook needs to lose on c8. Otherwise, we just get a queen. So I think we might be correct on this one, guys. So let me just proceed. Rook takes a3. This is called deflection. Pawn goes c6 to c7, naturally. And the choice here of the engine, of the server, of the creators, the engineers that have engineered the puzzle, so to speak. Rook c3, obviously stopping. And now we're going to play a very practical sacrifice here. A necessary sacrificial move here, which is knight c5. It's interesting because in chess, if you want to succeed, you will need to sacrifice something. Sometimes you just sacrifice the queen. Sometimes you just give a lot, only to win. So, interesting similarity with some live occurrences at some point. So, knight on c5. The pawn takes, but really it doesn't really make any difference because we are about to queen with tempo. If people ask what's the big deal with the tempos matter very much because when you promote, in our case with tempo, that means you have won another turn because now you're checking the king. That's a forcing stuff, and they have to move G or H, in which case you get to move then another stuff. And I reckon here, Chandu, probably you would agree, Nandini, you guys would agree, we should be taking with D takes on C5. And that would be potentially another queen at play after we make a bit of space and just pushing the other pawn. And then obviously white's going to win. Medium long term here, that's it. White's going to win the position.